Hello friends, today in this video I am going to discuss Bloom taxonomy. So let's begin. Bloom taxonomy is the division of the level of thinking, basically the sixth level of thinking into different categories. The taxonomy word mean division into categories. So it was formed or invented by S. Bloom, who was an American educationalist, psychologist and professor at the University of Chicago. And yes, this taxonomy, Bloom taxonomy, is his legacy that still used by the educationalists and studied by the students across the world. And let's see the advantages of this Bloom taxonomy. And here we'll discuss some of the what are the things we understand by this taxonomy, this figure that he has suggested. So it will Bloom taxonomy, it will help us to understand, ask more meaningful questions in class and demonstrate your ability to think deeply about a topic, and anticipate what kind of a question an instructor may ask on a test, and how to tackle with such question and analyze your mistakes so that you know what level of thinking are required, and so that you will be able to determine why you missed a question, and monitor your own thinking so that you know which level you are operating at and can try move to the next level. And here you see the diagram. He divided the level of thinking into six categories. Starting from there, the most lava stage is the knowledge. The first one, second one is the comprehension, third one is the application, fourth one is the analysis, fifth one is the synthesis, and the last one is the evaluation, which is the highest level of thinking, you may say. And it is the deep thinking. And to remember this sequence, I form, you may say, a kind of acronym, or a acronym, or you may say an abbreviation to remember this, such as at the bottom you see KC a square SC. So I remember this sequence by this formula. And now discuss each level. We will discuss each level in detail. Begin with the lowest level, that is the knowledge level. So it is the basic level of thinking and learning. At this level, what you do, you able to remember something, some facts and figure, and without necessarily understanding them, you just only cram them and remember them. That is what you do at knowledge level. Now yes, you cram, you memorize the alphabets, the tables, or any figure or piece of information. And yes, the test question at the level thinking, it might ask you to define a term. Mostly definitions are there, list items or recall names, date or places. You can see why you might miss a question when that asks you to do more with the information than the definition. And that required the next level of thinking, that is the comprehension. Comprehension mean to understand. Yes, comprehension is the understanding that required you both remember as well as understand the information. And to check how much you understand some information you have been studying, trying to put it in your own words, and explaining it by yourself using your own language. And at this level you cannot explain what, as it is a fact that you cannot explain what you do not understand. So the test question at the comprehension level might contain the directional words such as describe, discuss, interpret, summarize. So such words are used in a question. You may able to guess that it demands comprehension, the second level of thinking. And let's move to the next level. the application level. It is the practical level of thinking where you implement the ideas, the information in your real life, and how can you apply or relate it to your life. For example, you learn in a composition class that a para should have a topic sentence, and how you write a topic sentence for your para, and the things, yes, you understand, you gain the knowledge. When it comes to application level, you write for yourself a para using these techniques that you have learned and understand. And uh, yes, the directional verbs which demands the application are such as calculate, demonstrate, illustrate, examine, or relate. When such words are used, then you must guess that it demands the level is the application level. And let's jump to the next level, the analysis. Analysis is the basically is a process of breaking down a complex ideas into simple components or the parts and study each part individually. So it make for the sake of easiness you divide this. And for example, when you follow the steps to of a procedure to do an experiment in a lab using analysis techniques, and you perform practical at your college levels that demand your analysis, and find the meaning in a poem, call for the analysis. Such as in analysis of a poem, what you basically do, you divide the poem into different parts, such as the themes, the symbols, and many more, so that the summary plot. Yes, so it make very easy to study each component to understand the whole thing, so that require your analysis. Finding meaning, yes, so some directional words are analyze, arrange, classify, explain, compare, and differentiate. And next level is the synthesis level. Synthesis is the, you can say, the opposite of analysis. In analysis you break down the whole complex into part, but in synthesis you combine those parts and build, analyze, synthesize something. So that level of thinking require you to make a connection, see relationship among different things, and be creative and drawing a conclusion from the stated facts, relate what you have just learned and to what you have already know, putting these ideas together, and several sources to form original piece. And test questions at synthesis level might ask you to combine, design, formulate, plan, and compose. So such kind of question demand you to synthesize to create your own. And sixth level is the evaluation. Evaluation means to evaluate, you basically, what you do, you estimate, determine the worth of something, you make a judgmental call. And yes, the evaluation might ask you to assess, measure, rank, judge, evaluate, explain advantages, disadvantages in order to assess the worth of a something. And how useful is this evaluation? You may in a for example, in a psychology class you might ask this question, that how useful are the Freud's theories in everyday practice of psychology. So this question called for the value of your judgment. So this is the highest level that required deep thinking. And let's move on to the asking questions on Bloom's six level of thinking. So what type of questions, the phrases that you use for asking question at each level? Let's see. At knowledge level, question about topic sentence are what is a topic sentence. Yes, it asks you to define, and what the question show is definition. Second, at comprehension level, if a para doesn't have a topic sentence, does it have a main idea? So this question, it you might expect to, it demands that you understand that a topic sentence states the main idea. Third one, application level. How can I write a topic sentence for my para? So this question asks for the process and shows that you are trying to apply that you have already learned. At analysis level, how is the topic sentence relate to the other sentences in a para? So this question demands shows that you are making connection. You understand that the other sentences in a para must also have the purpose. And synthesis level, where would I found the main ideas of a entire essay or textbook chapter? And this question demand shows that you have drawn a conclusion. If a para has the main idea, then so does a longer piece of writing composed of many paras. At evaluation level, a question like which one of my own topic sentence is better. So this question shows that you have made a judgment about your writing. So Bloom's level of thinking is simply meant a guide to show that you have to think more critically and creatively. So let's see. At knowledge level, what are you supposed to do? At knowledge level, you recall facts and basic concepts, define, duplicate, list, repeat, define, state, etc. At understanding level, you explain ideas or the concepts such as classify, describe, discuss, explain, identify, recognize, report, select, translate, etc. At application level, you use information in a new situation such as execute, implementation, solve, use, demonstrate, interpret, sketch. At analyze level, you draw a connection between the ideas, differentiate, organize, relate, compare, contrast, and examine. At evaluation, you justify a stand or a decision, appreciate, prize, argue, and then defend, judge, select, support, critique, and weigh something. At creative level, synthesis. This level is also known as synthesis, and you produce new and original work and design, assemble, construct, develop, formulate, and investigate. So these are the some of the things about Bloom taxonomy. Hope you understand. Thank you very much.